Hey YouTube, I'm here today to take a look at the Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader knockoff figures that are all over eBay at the minute. I got caught out on one. I bought one because it was a bit cheaper than I could get in the UK, because a lot of the UK sellers are selling them at like double the price on eBay. So these Chinese ones seem attractive, and because they use promotional images, you can't really tell through the pictures what the figure's like, and it claims that it's official Hasbro toy and all that, but I got it in the post and noticed quite quickly that it seemed really cheap, and so I did a bit of investigating. I looked at some video reviews and I realised that my one must be a knockoff. So I'm now in the process of trying to get a refund. I'm got a PayPal and eBay dispute going on, but I just thought I'd show you the differences to help anyone else who thinks they might have been ripped off like this. Now, to start off with, if I lift this one up, you'll see that the cape pretty much stops where his feet are, whereas on the knockoff version, the cape goes down a lot further than his feet. It's really long, too long. I mean, I think the official version's ever so slightly too long, and it gets in the way a bit, but the knockoff version is just ridiculous how long it is, and just clumsy and gets in the way. Also, with the official version, as you can see, the cape is kind of coming over his shoulders there, and it's actually tied with a couple of bits of cotton either side, whereas on the knockoff version it doesn't have that. It just hangs at the back there rather untidily. Now, another thing with the shoulders, as you can probably see here, his shoulders look really hunched, and that's because the shoulder pads aren't flush against his shoulders, because it's this horrible soft rubbery bendy plastic, whereas on the official version it's a solid plastic. And the same with this helmet. This helmet is solid, it doesn't bend. This helmet is squidgy, soft rubbery plastic, which also means that it doesn't hold on his head securely. I can lift this figure by the helmet and it doesn't come off. This figure here, the helmet doesn't clip on securely at all. It literally just sits over his head. So if you try turn his head from side to side, you just end up moving the mask. So those are the main differences. It's the cape being longer and the rubber cheap plastic on the helmet and the shoulder pads. But another thing with the cape is that on the official version, the corners, as you can see there, are reinforced with a thicker bit of material, whereas on the knockoff version it isn't. It's just sewn over, and there's nothing there to stop the corners from curling over time. Now lastly, the lightsabers are slightly different. The knockoff lightsaber is a deeper red, which I actually prefer. It's kind of the one positive thing about the knockoff is that the lightsaber is a deeper red. But also, as well as the paint details, I mean, the paint details are sloppier on the knockoff version as well. But as well as that, the energy blade on the official version will come off, whereas on the knockoff version it's all one piece. The energy blade doesn't come out. It's just a solid piece of plastic all the way through. Now if we look at the boxes, you'll see that the font is the same, but on the official version it's kind of a lighter grey colour than on the knockoff version, where it's a darker grey on the word Star Wars. And the same with the ages 4 and up and the warning. It's all a darker grey on the knockoff version than it is on the official. And underneath, if I can get this to focus, on the official version, obviously on the proof of purchase it says Darth Vader. On the knockoff version it says Han Solo, so that's a big giveaway. Otherwise the boxes are nigh on identical. There's not really much difference between them. So even though it's only a few things that are different, those things make a big difference in the quality. You try fiddling around with the cheap one and it doesn't hold together solidly with the shoulder pads and the helmet and the cape. You can't. It's harder to get it to look good in poses on the shelf because everything's so loose. Just not a good figure. So beware of that. Even though on eBay people are selling them at double the price in England and America, if you search around online, you can still find the figure at a decent price. So it's not worth the £1 or £2 extra you might save by getting it from China, because then you've got to. You probably, I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of these ones coming from China are these cheap knockoffs. So just to warn people, and I'll put the eBay seller in the description who I got mine off of, just to warn people that, you know, not to buy these figures from them, because on the listing they outright said it was an official Hasbro version. It's not like they even lied by omission. They outright said official Hasbro Star Wars toy. It is not. So anyway, hopefully this will be helpful to other people, and so that you won't end up disappointed. Thanks for watching, and till next time.